Hello and welcome to BloodyFox Gaming Herbalism Guide from 1 to 300. Let's start with the locations for Horde Herbalism Trainer. You can find them in Thunderbluff, Undercity, Orgrimmar, St. Jean Village in Durotar, Brill in Tirisfal Glades, Tauren Mill in Hillsborough Foothills, Grongo Base Camp in Strangton Vale, in Tauren Camp in Ferralas. Alliance Herbalism Trainers location, you can find two of them in Stormy City, in Darnsus Ironforge, one in Elvin Forest, Tesselmar in Loch Madan, Lakeshire in Red Ridge Mountains, Silverwind Refuge in Ashenvale, Donar in Teldrassil, Thermal Isle in Dust Power Marsh, and Manatee Harbor in Wetlands. And there are two neutral herbalism trainers, one is in Moonglade and the second one is in Booty Bay, Strangton Vale. After you learn herbalism, then you need to find an ability called Find Herbs in your spellbook. When you click on it, herbs will start appearing on your minimap. You can drag the ability to the bars. After you die, you need to click on Find Herbs again. At start, you can collect Peace Bloom and Silverleaf. After you reach skill 15, then you can start collecting Earth Root as well. Let's check out the map for Mulgore. As you can see, there is a lot of herbs in this area. Best way to farm it is around Bloodhoof Village. All herbs that you can find in Durotar. Your best option here is to travel between Razor Hill and St. Jean Village. Tirisfal Glades, all herbs which you can find here. Best way to farm Silverleaf, Peace Bloom and Earthroot is western part of the map. Elvin Forest, location of all herbs. Best way, Dune Morag, location for all herbs. Best area, western part and south from Karanos Village. Teldrassil, best area, south of Donar, around this lake. After you reach 50 skill in herbalism, then you can go and visit your trainer again and learn Journeyman Herbalism. At skill 50, you can start collecting Mage Royale. If you are playing as the Horde, your best zone is Barrens. There is a lot of Mage Royale in northern part of the zone and central as well. If you are playing as the Alliance, then you can collect Mage Royale in Westfall. You can find it all around the zone. There is a lot of Mage Royale in Darkshore, as you can see. After you reach skill 70, then you can start collecting Briat Horde. If you are playing as the Horde, one of the best zones is Barrens, northern part of the Barrens. Syruppan Forest is also a good zone where you can find Briat Horde. If you are playing as the Alliance, you can find a lot of Briat Horde in Darkshore. In Red Ridge Mountains, you can also find a lot of Briat Horde in this southern area of the map. After you reach skill 85, then you can start collecting Stranglekelp. After you reach rank 100, then you can start collecting Bruiseweed. If you are playing as the Horde, southern part of the Barrens is a good place to farm it. Stone Town Mountains southern part, a lot of Bruiseweed. And Windshear Crag. There is a lot of Bruiseweed in Ashenvale Forest. In Red Ridge Mountains you can find Bruiseweed as well. After you reach 115, you can start collecting WoW Steel Bloom. One of the best zones is western parts of Arathi Highlands. As you can see, there is a lot of WoW Steel Bloom at the outer edges of the map. Strangton Vale. a lot of steel boom in this zone, northern part, southern part. There is a lot at this island. You can find wild steel boom in Thousand Needles in western part. Stone Town Mountains, wild steel boom. Stone Town Peak, run around it. Wetlands, this area. At skill 125 you can go to your trainer and learn expert herbalism. Also at 125 you can start collecting King's Blood. Where to go? Arati Highlands, one of the best zones. This area, it has a lot of them. Western parts as well. Hillsbury Foothills, there is a lot of King's Blood in this zone. On Kalimdor you can find a lot of King's Blood in Ashenvale Forest. And in Charred Vale there is a lot of King's Blood in Wetlands as well. At 150 you can start collecting the live fruit. One of the best zones is Dust Valley Marsh. You can find it all throughout the zone. Arati Highlands, around this lake at Witherbark Village. Here as well. Strengton Vale, a lot of live fruit here. At this area as well. There is a lot of live fruit in wetlands near the water. At 160 you can start collecting Fade Leaf. One of the better zones is Swamphosaurus. You can find Fade Leaf in Dust Valley Marsh, Arati Highlands. Gold Thorn you can start collecting after you reach 170 skill. One of the best zones is Dust Valley Marsh. There is a lot of Gold Thorn in Outback Mountains as well. You can find it in Arati Highlands, in Badlands as well. And there is a lot of Gold Thorn in Strengton Vale. After you reach 185 skill, then you can start collecting Khadgar Whisker. Where to go? Strength to Vale is one of the best zones. You can find it throughout the zone. In Arati Highlands there is a lot of Khadgar Whisker. You can find a lot of Khadgar Whisker in Badlands as well. In Dust Valley Marsh, Khadgar Whisker. After you reach 195 skill, you can collect Winter's Bite. You can find this herb only in Outback Mountains. For Firebloom, you need 205 skill. You can find this herb in Tanaris, throughout the zone. In Badlands. And you can find Firebloom in Searing Gorge. After you reach 210 skill, you can start collecting Purple Lotus, best zones, Pharaohs. In Ruins of Eldoret, Ashara, you can find a lot of Purple Lotus. And there is a lot of Purple Lotus in Hinterlands. There is a lot of elites in this area. After you reach 220, you can start collecting Arthas Tears. This herb you can find mostly in Western and Eastern Plaguelands. Arthas Tears. For Sandgrass you need 230. There is a lot of Sandgrass throughout the road. Pharaohs, one of the best zones. As you can see, There is a lot of sungrass in this zone. Ungoro crater. In Ashara there is a lot of sungrass as well. Hinterlands is one of the best zones. As you can see, you can find sungrass throughout the zone. There is a lot of sungrass in Western Plaguelands as well. And in Eastern Plaguelands you can find sungrass. In Blessed Lands you can find sungrass. After you reach 235 skill, then you can start collecting Bindweed. Best zone for Bindweed is Swamp of Sorrows. You can get to Swamp of Sorrows through Duskwood. After you reach 245, you can start collecting Ghost Mushrooms. You can find them inside caves, like this one, in Hinterlands, here as well. And you can find them in dungeons, Marudon and Darmal East. Find Groundwood in Desolus, in Manrock Coven area. Fellwood is the best zone for Groundwood, and there is a lot of herbs here which you can collect as well. You can find Gromswood in Blessed Lands as well. After you reach 260 skill, then you can start collecting Golden Sandsum. One of the best zones for this herb is Ashara. You can find Golden Sandsum in Lotus as well. In Fellwood you can find it throughout the zone. You can find Golden Sandsum in Hinterlands as well. Ungoro Crater, Eastern Plaguelands, Burning Steppes. You can start collecting Dreamfall after you reach 270 skill. Western Plaguelands, Dreamfall on several occasions. In Ashara. After you reach 280 skill, you can start collecting Mountain Silver Sage. Ashara, one of the better zones. You can find it in Western Plaguelands and in Eastern Plaguelands. There is a lot of Mountain Silver Sage in Eastern Plaguelands. In Winterspring you can find a lot of Mountain Silver Sage as well, as you can see. Plague Bloom you can start collecting after you reach 285 skill, and you can find this herb only in 3 zones. One of them is Fellwood, second zone is Western Plaguelands, and the last zone is Eastern Plaguelands. You can find a lot of Plague Bloom in this zone. For Ice Cap you need 290 skill, and you can find it only in Winterspring. Throughout the zone. And for the end I will show you all location where you can find Black Lotus. For this herb you need 300 skill. Lotus, Winterspring, there is a lot of Black Lotus in Burning Steppes. And you can find Black Lotus in Eastern Plaguelands. Thank you for watching. If you would like to support my channel, I made a PayPal account. Details for PayPal account are in the description of this video. Before you go, check out more content on the channel for the WoWClassic and Retail and Warcraft III Reforged. Until next time, goodbye.